The British royal family has long captivated the world, constantly surrounded by rumors and speculations about the lives behind palace walls. Yet, no one anticipated the astonishing revelation from Prince William's son, George, which has left everyone wondering what exactly has been revealed by this young prince. At just 11 years old, what is it like for Prince George to grow up in such a famous family, and how might his upbringing influence his future as king? This fascinating story unveils the surprising truth about Prince George's life and the unique circumstances shaping him. Prince William, born on June 21, 1982, was the firstborn son of King Charles III and the late Diana, Princess of Wales. From a tender age, his life was marked by royalty and immense responsibilities. Though he grew up surrounded by royal duties, his childhood was also filled with challenges. He attended Wetherby School and later Eton College, where he mixed with children who often didn't realize he was a prince. This experience, amid his parents' tumultuous 1996 divorce and his mother's tragic death in 1997, helped him develop the resilience and empathy that would later define his role as a father to Prince George. In the history of royal upbringings, William's childhood marked a shift in tradition. Unlike previous royal children like Princess Elizabeth, later Queen Elizabeth II, and Prince Charles, who were often isolated and closely shielded from public life, William experienced a more modern, hands-on approach, largely influenced by his mother, Princess Diana. Diana is forever remembered as a loving mother who sought to give William and Harry a sense of normalcy, taking them to places like homeless shelters and even on bus rides. This modern upbringing has greatly influenced how William raises his own children today, particularly under the intense scrutiny of the media. With his wife, Kate Middleton, William strives to provide a balanced childhood for George, preparing him for future royal duties while allowing him ordinary experiences. The family is mindful of the future awaiting George as a monarch, seeking to create a strong foundation for him without compromising his childhood. In 2006, Prince William began training at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst. Although he was eager to serve in Iraq, military officials discouraged him due to the heightened risk his presence would pose to British forces. His younger brother, Prince Harry, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, raising questions about the potential risks both brothers faced as high-profile targets. In 2008, William continued his military experience in the Royal Air Force and Royal Navy, gaining insight into the primary branches of service. By 2010, he was a qualified helicopter pilot in the RAF's search and rescue team in Wales, flying in over 150 operations. His military service, which ended in 2013, demonstrated his commitment to public duty, and from 2015 to 2017, he served as an air ambulance pilot, further reinforcing his practical and service-oriented approach. His military background has not only equipped him with valuable skills but has also deepened his sense of duty, which he now seeks to instill in his son, George. Since stepping back from active military service in 2013, William has dedicated himself to royal charities, particularly supporting mental health, wildlife protection, and emergency services, hoping to foster positive societal change. With his 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, William, alongside Kate, has worked hard to create a safe, stable environment that shields them from excessive media exposure. With a careful approach, William is slowly introducing George to the responsibilities that lie ahead as future king, balancing royal expectations with moments of privacy and family bonding. Such a balance is necessary as George's exposure to the public has steadily increased, mirroring some of the pressures William once faced as the future heir. Recently, much attention has focused on Prince George, as he has made headlines at 11 with a long-anticipated confirmation of his future role in the monarchy. This announcement has sparked discussion about the pressures facing him as a future heir. William and Kate are committed to making George's transition into royal duties as gradual and smooth as possible. Kate emphasizes open communication, fostering an environment where George can freely express himself while understanding his unique responsibilities. Parenting under the public eye presents its own set of challenges, especially with recent health concerns in the family, including Kate Middleton's cancer treatment and ongoing concerns for King Charles III. William's commitment to offering stability and love to his children, balanced with tradition and a modern approach to parenting, has become even more apparent amid these difficulties. As George's future ties more closely to the monarchy, differing opinions have emerged between William and Kate concerning his education. While William, an alumnus of Eton College, leans toward a similar path for George, Kate is less inclined to follow the traditional boarding school route. This decision reflects a potential clash between the modernization of the monarchy and the preservation of tradition. Public opinion is divided. Some view enrollment in an elite school as reinforcing elitism, which contradicts efforts to make the monarchy appear more approachable, while others argue that it is essential for maintaining royal identity. As George grows up, William remains committed to guiding him through similar experiences, teaching him empathy, kindness, and the ability to connect with others despite personal challenges. The public eye holds immense significance in how Prince William presents his family, particularly focusing on his children's upbringing and readiness for the future. George, in particular, faces unique challenges as he grows, and William and Kate embody a changing monarchy that blends traditional values with modern principles of the 21st century. As George prepares to take on more royal responsibilities, he will need William's guidance to navigate the complexities of royal life. At the same time, he must develop a grounded sense of the ordinary, balanced with a pursuit of happiness. Now at 11, George is second in line for the British throne, a position that provides him with both freedom and accountability. As the eldest child of Prince William and Princess Catherine of Wales, his life has been closely watched, with the public and media documenting most of his developmental milestones. His birth on July 22, 2013, was a historic moment, marking the first time in generations that three successive heirs to the throne, George, William, and Charles, were alive. From his first moments at St. Mary's Hospital in London, Prince George was cherished by the Commonwealth, and the intense public interest surrounding his early years has set him apart from previous royal upbringings. Historically, royal children such as Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Charles were shielded from public attention until adulthood. Queen Elizabeth, for example, spent much of her childhood out of the spotlight, developing a sense of duty privately. Prince Charles, similarly, was primarily raised by nannies and tutors who prepared him for his future role. In contrast, George has been in the public eye from an early age, spending his early months in Anglesey, Wales, before his family moved to Kensington Palace in 2014. His first royal tour to New Zealand and Australia at just 9 months old demonstrated his early role as a symbol of the monarchy's future, with media dubbing him the star of the show. Modern media has accelerated his entry into royal life. As he grew older, George began his formal education, starting with Westacre Montessori Nursery School in January 2016, then moving to Thomas's School in Battersea in September 2017, where he was known as George Cambridge. By September 2022, he and his siblings enrolled at Lamrook School in Berkshire. William has consistently expressed a desire to balance royal expectations with a stable and loving environment for George, laying the groundwork for a balanced public role. William and Kate's approach to modern parenting within the royal family reveals their respect for royal duty, coupled with a determination to provide George with a more grounded childhood experience. A memorable moment illustrating this balance was when Prince George greeted former U.S. President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama at Kensington Palace in a bathrobe, showcasing a rare glimpse into the relaxed, normal aspects of royal life that William and Catherine strive to protect. However, George's upbringing as a royal brings certain challenges. Recently, he has become more publicly involved, participating in events like the Trooping the Colour ceremony and serving as a page boy at King Charles III's coronation. These moments underscore his gradual transition into a public figure, although efforts are continuously made to shield his identity. With each passing day, George is expected to take on more responsibilities. This growing visibility has prompted concerns from some members of the public about the pressures placed on him. Critics have noted that the constant media attention on George, though customary for a child of the British monarchy, might burden him emotionally. Royal experts, such as Robert Lacey, have commented on George's preparation for his future role, highlighting the relentless media scrutiny that complicates his journey. This tension between his private family life and public obligations is apparent, with some observers considering his continued exposure troubling. The royal family's efforts to project a relatable public image often clash with traditional practices, a contrast amplified by recent discussions about George's education and future responsibilities. William and Catherine face the complex task of balancing royal tradition with modern values, an approach that has received both praise and criticism. Some commend their modernization of the monarchy, while others worry that the pressures may affect George's development as he navigates a unique childhood. Prince George's experiences closely mirror his father William's own upbringing, marked by an early and sustained presence in the public eye. William has emphasized raising his children with compassion and care, seeking to shield them from excessive media exposure while preparing them for their future roles. Together, he and Catherine work to build a stable environment that intertwines family love with royal duty. As George matures, he represents both the legacy of his lineage and the unique challenges of being a modern royal. His journey is a reminder that, beyond the titles and ceremonial duties, he is a young boy navigating the complexities of childhood within the extraordinary framework of the British monarchy. Now at 11, Prince George stands at a pivotal stage in his young life, gradually stepping into his initial roles as a royal. Recent public appearances, such as the Trooping the Colour Parade and his role as a page of honour during King Charles III's coronation, reflect this transition. These carefully orchestrated moments are designed to help him adapt to the responsibilities he will one day inherit. As second in line to the throne, Prince George is gradually being prepared for his future role, a process carefully supported by his family. An essential aspect of this transition involves strict royal protocols, such as the morbid rule, which requires heirs to travel separately for security purposes. This rule not only highlights the gravity of George's responsibilities but also underscores the importance of continuity within the monarchy. Prince William and Princess Catherine have taken a thoughtful approach to this unique upbringing, blending modern parenting with royal traditions. Their goal is to give George a childhood that includes ordinary experiences while gently introducing him to his public duties. This modern approach reflects William and Catherine's dedication to integrating the demands of royal life with contemporary values, fostering an environment in which George can understand his role within a supportive, family-centered setting. The royal family has also faced personal challenges, including recent health concerns involving both Princess Catherine and King Charles III, who recently made his first public appearance following a health diagnosis. These experiences emphasize resilience within the family, offering George a direct lesson in balancing private challenges with public responsibilities. As he steps further into his royal role, the world closely observes his journey, not only for his future as king but also to witness how he embodies the balance between royal tradition and modern values. At just 11 years old, Prince George stands at a pivotal crossroads, balancing childhood innocence with the weight of royal duty. His recent public appearances and growing awareness of his future responsibilities within the monarchy mark a careful transition into the duties that await him. This shift from a private life to public service reflects the meticulous preparation by his parents, Prince William and Catherine, who guide him through these formative stages of royal life. Meanwhile, public sentiment regarding the monarchy is evolving, particularly among younger generations. Recent polls by YouGov show that while nearly half of the British public still supports the monarchy, a notable portion of younger individuals questions its relevance. Around 43% of those aged 18 to 24 now favor an elected head of state over a hereditary monarch, signaling a growing desire for modernization and transparency. This widening generational divide presents a challenge for the royal family, who must strive to maintain public support while navigating a rapidly changing social landscape. For Prince George, these societal shifts and the expectations they bring will play a significant role in shaping his future. Already involved in prominent royal events, he is gradually becoming accustomed to the responsibilities of royal life. However, alongside these privileges come strict protocols, such as the requirement for heirs to travel separately from their families and limitations on personal freedoms like signing autographs. These rules, designed to uphold the monarchy's integrity, will inevitably demand sacrifices from George as he matures. As Prince George faces the intriguing challenges ahead, the public wonders whether these experiences will shape him into a more modern and relatable monarch. Under the royal spotlight, curiosity grows about the kind of king he might one day become. As modern monarchies continue to evolve and the role of the British royal family adapts, it's easy to imagine how a young boy like George might one day govern. The most realistic preparation for his reign may be a continuation of the modernization efforts begun by his father, Prince William, and grandfather, King Charles III. Both William and Charles have shown a commitment to streamlining the royal family, focusing on close relatives and reducing royal expenditures by limiting public funding for specific royal activities. Similarly, Prince William has been a strong advocate for making the monarchy more accessible and relatable. His commitment is evident in his charitable efforts focused on mental health, climate change, and emergency services. Prince George has the potential to carry this legacy forward by aligning his reign with contemporary values, emphasizing transparency, inclusivity, and a heightened focus on humanitarian initiatives. However, the extent of his willingness to embrace these changes remains speculative. Will he push the monarchy toward even more significant reform, perhaps incorporating democratic elements or revising traditional protocols? Some royal experts suggest that George's upbringing, a blend of royal traditions and a modern childhood experience, might enable him to connect more profoundly with the British public. This connection could position him as a more accessible monarch, much like how his father and grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, were perceived. As modernization seems inevitable, some speculate that Prince George's reign could take a more radical approach in response to evolving societal values, particularly among younger generations. It's also possible he may face increased pressure to change or even remodel the monarchy for the 21st century. Public attitudes towards the monarchy have gradually shifted, partly due to controversies surrounding some members of the royal family, including Prince Andrew and the departure of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. A 2023 YouGov poll indicated that many Britons, especially younger people, favor an elected head of state over a hereditary monarchy. If these views continue to gain traction, George may need to take bolder steps to ensure the monarchy's survival. This could involve reducing the ceremonial aspects of the monarchy, increasing governmental oversight, or enhancing the monarchy's involvement in critical global issues such as climate change, human rights, and international health. As the world becomes more interconnected, the British monarchy's role may adapt in response to global politics. During Queen Elizabeth II's reign, the monarchy wielded considerable soft power through diplomatic engagements and connections with the Commonwealth. However, the Commonwealth itself is evolving, with some nations questioning the necessity of maintaining ties to the British Crown. By the time George ascends to the throne, the landscape of global politics may look dramatically different. The United Kingdom's post-Brexit position on the world stage could also shape his reign. With environmental challenges like climate change becoming increasingly urgent, George may align his leadership with progressive policies aimed at sustainability. His father, Prince William, has already laid a strong foundation through initiatives like the Earthshot Prize, which focuses on identifying solutions to environmental issues. George's reign will likely prioritize environmental stewardship in response to the global urgency surrounding climate change. Public sentiment will undoubtedly play a crucial role in shaping Prince George's future as king. During Queen Elizabeth II's reign, her unwavering dedication to tradition earned her immense respect and affection from the public. However, the monarchy now faces calls for quicker adaptation to contemporary times. George's future as king will depend not only on his ability to uphold the dignity of the crown but also on his skill in connecting with a population increasingly questioning the monarchy's relevance. Whether he can find a delicate balance between tradition and innovation, or advocate for more substantial reforms, remains to be seen. Nevertheless, his reign is likely to be one of the most closely watched periods as the monarchy adapts to a rapidly changing world. The future of the British monarchy largely depends on how adept Prince George navigates these challenges. His role as a future king will not only shape his identity but also influence the monarchy's trajectory in this dynamic environment. As public attitudes continue to evolve, George's ability to balance tradition with modernity will be essential to preserving the monarchy's significance in the coming decades. His journey offers a source of inspiration, teaching the importance of adapting to our roles while cherishing our individuality. It serves as a reminder that we can fulfill our duties while remaining true to what makes us unique.